but it just need to be tweaked now. Behind it just needs to be tweaked here and there, whether it be psychological, whether it be technical, right? So that's the reason why go tell you, okay, Jay, let's take Sunday off. Let's take Sunday and let's concentrate on what you are trading right now and to see what's going on, why you're not having payout, why you're not giving the result that you want, because in trading, the more money that you spend, you just pretty much drowning yourself. And I truly believe this is why I truly believe anybody can trade. Anybody can trade. Anybody can make money. Okay, even to a pick to a homeless person, he will make money. Okay, that's how trading is. But the hard thing about trading is that you have to be dedicated. Okay, you have to be dedicated. It's almost like an Olympian, a new practice. Now you have to gym
Okay, guys,
5 o'clock in the morning, and you have to the last one to come out the gym at 12 midnight. So you have to have that kind of conviction in trading for you to be in order for you to show result. And I know that all of you guys have that conviction. I see it every day. I see Troy, I see Jay, Jua, all of you guys have so much conviction. But see, you have conviction, but there's something going on that you're not making result. So I just want to look at how you trade, Jay. So Jay, did you want to share us your chart?
I don't have much of a chart because I mean,
Okay, share with us, share with us one of your trading sessions. Say, for example, you wake up and you're gonna put in a trade.
Well,
Why? What makes you think that you want to take that trade?
well,
Explain to us.
I'm still scalping, and so a scalper's chart is not. There's not going to be much to look at on a scalper's chart because it's just buying within one candle or two candle, selling. That's
Jay, can I interrupt? I think I don't want to pick on you. I just think that
that's okay. Go ahead.
everyone
Wait, okay,
when you pull
okay.
a trade,
Hold on. Before we go on, let me just explain why I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. It's not because of the strategy. It's mainly because of bad discipline, no patience to wait for the right setup to come, and since Jack and I we scalp. The way we scalp is we kind of randomly scalp whenever I don't. I think Jackie's kind of like this too. We scalp whenever we see a move that looks like okay, it looks like it's gonna make a big move, and then we just get in for a candle or two or up to 20, 30 ticks profit and exit.
Okay.
So if
Okay,
it goes well,
I can share you my chart. I did a little bit already. For this week, where I plan to take trades. Share with you. I'll share both of you do. Okay. So can you see?
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I always have my RSI, Jay. We hate to trend. I prefer trend trade. I'm not a trend trader, but I prefer. Okay, there's a difference between being one and prefer. Is that the reason I prefer is because the odds of making a profit is higher when you're in the trend. That's how I look at it. Okay, but you can scalp. I know how scalping is. I tried before. For me, scalping is too high risk. So for me,
Yeah,
I
because you put
yes,
a lot of money up front, and then
yes,
for a very quick time, and then
yes. It can always do a pullback on you,
yeah,
and easily you can lose your account or blow up your account. Trust me, I've blown so many forex account. So I know what scalping is. So that's why กูแค่ก็เตีย for me นะกู more or less a trend trader. I'm not a trend trader, but I prefer to be a trend trader. And when I say trend trader, no, what does it mean? It means that you are looking at the higher time frame. Now, for me, I prefer to look at the weekly first because if I'm looking at the weekly, I kind of usually I have the odds of getting the right trend more likely. So if we look at here, we notice that, right? Utu notice I think okay, the last week now, I already drew this trend line, the green one. Okay, this is the trend line that I drew last time I shared the chart that I shared with Troy and you guys a long time ago, or with Jack or with Tunayo. So here was the trend, and Tokushia Konona, it was up here. This was the candle I shared, and the go ahead to okay. if it comes here, if it doesn't break out of this trend right here, then it's gonna drop. Okay, I don't know how far it's gonna drop, but it will drop, and it did. So it dropped, and then right at this green line right here, somehow it bounced. And a lot of time, it's not that we could predict the trend, but it's like past history that makes it like repetition. It occurs over and over and over again. So you just kind of know that this is gonna be the area where it may bounce back up. Okay, so that's how that's how trend trading works. So once it dropped all, oh, for a second, alarm. I said around 7 o'clock. We're early. So once it dropped down here, I just needed confirmation, right? So I needed confirmation. So usually I go to 4 hours. Okay. So at 4 hours, here's my confirmation. My confirmation is usually at 4 hours. I notice a lot of time that if it doesn't bounce off, this is the purple line is my 500 EMA. The yellow is the 200 EMA. The white is the 100. And the red right here is Troy called godly number 36. I like it a lot. It's almost as if 你用力了读了护理的VWAM 那有
Yeah, VWAP.
Yeah. That new work 里的呢，读36 读估呢 okay 读估 after 估 test for Bailey. I like to test strategy, so to try mentioning that okay, let me test it out. So it works like the VWAMA, okay, the WAP. So once it gets here, see it right here, it bounced right away. So a lot of time, no, this is just my observation. Because I trade for a long time, I think Troy has also traded for a long time. Troy, I think you may know the observation is that once it bounces here, usually it's going to come back and retest again the second time. So once it tests the second time, then if it bounced, then you know that the trend has reversed. And so usually when you know that it reversed, you enter in like right here. You enter in right here. Okay? You enter in right here. Okay? Because it reversed. See, it did. It went up and then it come back to retest a second time. And when it tests a second time, it's gonna bounce back up if that is the true, if it has reversed. Same thing up here. It's gonna do the same thing. Okay? My guess for this week is that if it's gonna come here, here's the top trend. It's gonna come here, and it's gonna drop. It's gonna, for me, I think this is what I think it's gonna do. It's gonna come here, then it's gonna drop, then it's gonna retest. And once this retest, if it breaks out, it goes up. If it doesn't, let me erase this.
I think you can do Control Z to back out. Do Control Z. See if it will undo it.
Let's see.
If you don't do Control Z, you're gonna have to do eraser and erase it.
Let's see. How do I do eraser?
I don't normally use it. I just do Control Z.
Control Z. Okay. Well, you know. Okay, so I'm just gonna write another one, or else it's gonna come back. So that's what I feel that's gonna do, because I've been training for a long time, and I know that it always does a second test. Okay, so that's, for me, it's something you train in data. You kind of like know the chart a little bit, the price now, how it react to the market now. And so to me, that's how I enter in and out of my trade. So right, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, go erase the notch off.
You type Control Z to undo.
Control
I have no
Z.
idea.
Okay,
Keep
got
doing
it.
Keep doing it until it's all gone, or
But can you make the?
Okay, got it. So that's some of the observations that I have observed during my 6 years trading, is that that's what it usually do when it either break the trend or continue to trend. Is that it always go back to the same zone to retest a second time. Always. You take a note of that, Jay. Troy,
And
if you don't know, then you could observe some. You observe that that's how you become a better trader, nah? For me, that's how. That's how I learned. It's just like by trade, each time when you trade, you notice, you observe the market, and then you jot it down, and you realize that okay, each time you pick one on I think you kind of have an idea that okay, next time it's gonna be the same thing. So for me, I look at the weekly, so I know that it's still very bullish. Okay, it's still very bullish. But however, the lower time frame now, when you call it lower, now lower means that it's lower than 4 hour candle. Okay, so it's lower than 4 hour candle. So I look at the 4 hour candle and I notice that we are nearing the resistance area. We're nearing it, right? We're very nearing it. So be very careful. Be very
yeah,
careful.
I
Be
got
very
one question
careful.
for you.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't use trend line because I feel like it's an arbitrary line that you just draw.
Hmm.
Um, does
Yeah.
it
Hmm.
does it often hit, or because for me, a support resistance line is more of a I guess to me it's more like stop signs or yield signs where people obey it more often. But trend line is more like a what I think I'm seeing. So I'm just drawing a line, and not everybody's gonna not fewer people will have that line than compared to a support resistance line. So with
Yes,
your
that's
experience,
okay.
do your trend lines often hit, or
You
sometimes
know,
it's
when I was my newbie, I didn't know how to draw trend, and it was all over. I thought trend didn't work, but as I grew, as I stayed longer in the market, and I know how to learn how to draw trend, they do hit more often. They do hit more often. Trend is not new trend now. New trend called guides now, right? It's just like how right now you and I were making a plan. Okay, we're like okay, Jay, 3 months from now, you're gonna aim for a payout, right? How are you gonna get to that payout now? So trend line now, it's just like that. It's a guide, right? Eventually, on your way to the payout, you're gonna tweak, right? You're gonna tweak here and there. Trend is the same thing too. Once you draw that line, you're it's not gonna be like set in
with
steel now.
yeah with new candles form, you'll have
Yes,
to readjust that line
yes,
to okay.
yes,
Now
yeah. So
let me
it's just a guides now.
let me add to that. All right.
Hmm.
Yes,
So so
Trump's master of trend lines.
so
Trump's
the
got this all
way
over the place.
trend lines are play in the market is that there's a lot of people using it, and whether you are one of those who use it, the fact that there's a lot of players watching it,
Hmm.
then there's a lot of times that it's going to be more respected than not,
Hmm.
especially the larger time frame. And so whether it works or not, if you're gonna draw and say every trend line is gonna hold, then the answer is no. But if you're gonna not look at it, then I think in the long run, especially the larger time frame, it's gonna really hurt you. Um, but the one thing that I do exclusively is that I always look at trendline break and I always look at trendline touch. In every chart that I provided for you guys, there's at least one trend line provided inside, right? Whether it's a trend line when I abbreviate it as TL, and I have multiple trend
TL
lines.
有得住
Huh?
TL 有得住哦。
TL is it's the abbreviation for trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I
Okay.
type TL, it's an abbreviation for a trend line. And then there is also I call it ITL or inner trend line, and there's an outer trend line. And so I use these exclusively. It's because whether we use it or not, other people are using it. It's the same thing as these zones, right? All these zones, people use it. And one other thing is that there the market is like a magic hat. It doesn't matter which tool you use. as long as you have results, I think that is the important thing. And I think this is why I've been very very harsh on GaoNu, is that it doesn't matter what you say that you are not consistent or not. The fact is you are having results and other people don't. So you better you better just say that. All right, I'll show what I got, and then it's up to you guys to absorb it. And I appreciate the fact that you are taking the time to do it today. So
That's why
that's all I want to
I too,
add.
Jay. Yeah, I do agree with Troy. Yeah, sometimes when you train and we all are good trader. It's just that the one who makes results and that result is making money, right? I
Right.
mean, to be honest, it's making money, right? Because we're here to make money.
Oh,
So that's the one that we want to look at. Now we want to see the why that person is making the money, and maybe I need to tweak my strategy. It's not to change your strategy, Jay. It's to tweak, okay? To tweak, to add,
Yeah,
maybe to
I'm
implement.
actually want to change mine. I'm trying to move away from scalping.
Okay, so
I'm going
this
away
is
from Jack.
okay. So I'm telling you, this is how my way I look at it every single Sunday. Now I look at it. So I look at weekly. I say, okay, it's bullish. Daily is bullish. But somehow when we go at the 4H candle, we're at a resistance. Okay, so be very careful. So now when I look at 4H, we're at resistance. So usually I look at a 30-minute. I like 30-minute a lot. Somehow I just do. It works for me. So when I look at 30-minute, I see, okay, here's the resistance, the huge resistance up here. Okay, this is the huge resistance, and it seems like it wants to test it, right? It wants to go up and test it. And so for me, I mean, for me right now, I think I could take a long right now because I know it's gonna test it. But once it get close to here, I have to exit out. Okay, I would want to exit out. Okay, so here's the trend line for the 30-minute that I choose the dotted line, right? You see the trend right here, right? It's like high, low, high, low, high, low, right? So eventually it's gonna make another high and then another low. So we don't know how high is gonna be that high and that how low is that next low. So that we don't know. Like I don't know any trader can say that they know. Honestly, I don't know, Jay. I don't know how
And
high it's gonna go or how low it go. But all I know is that there is a resistance here. Okay, and
around there.
and I'll be really careful.
Go back out to show me how you draw that upper trend line.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on.
This was the one where I drew 2 weeks ago for
Yeah.
Dua. The same. This is the same. This was the same.
Okay. So from those two red candles.
Yeah.
I know when
Okay.
we can fight. I know when.
So here was the right here, and I had 1, 2, 3 point, right, right here,
That get destroyed.
and then the resistance top was here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And so the green, this almost touch it. This new weekly candle is about to touch the resistance. So be very careful. And this is also what, if you look at pattern, I also I don't trade pattern, but pattern is always in the back of my head. Okay, when I trade, so I notice this is a triangle, right? It's a triangle, so it either go up here or it break down or it break up. Okay, so pattern also always look at there's a chart full of patterns where they show patterns. Let me check. Let's see. I don't know if I have the chart. The pattern where it has the bulls flag, the bearish flag, right? The channel. Those patterns. You notice you take it's just put them in the back of your heads. That's what I do when I trade. So I notice those things that come up when I look at the chart. So when I look at 4H, we're going to go to resistance. Okay. The gold line right here is also Troy Lu, holy godly number 720. So I add this in. I am testing this right now. I'm testing Troy called 720. So it's still in testing. And so once I hit 4 hours, so I noticed that okay, we're at resistance, then I go 30 minutes. So I said, okay, it opened, it looks like it's a bullish candle. Looks like a bullish candle. It's like we have high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. So it's still an uptrend, right? So now I say, okay, it's gonna go uptrend. If I want to enter tonight, I'll say 5 minute. For me, I like 5 minute. I like 5 minute, and so we notice here. at 5 minutes we notice, oh wow, we notice that RSI is already at 60, right? We also notice here
Okay, thank
that
you.
look at here, another trend line right here. See,
Okay.
right here,
My step back.
that right here. So another trend line here too. Here. So it could probably reach up here and then come down, or it could probably break up and go all the way up here. But because we were trading for prop firm, I realized that we
Oh, that.
for Apex 那样
Yeah,
they
not too long.
do they do the TT 那样 the trailing threshold. So once it get a little bit up here, I would take profit. That's how I trade. Okay, so and not only that, I actually trade the mini J and try. So I only need about 4 or 5 points, and that's already 250 or $300 for the day. And then once I make that, then I'm kind of like really Troy now. I'm kind of like anxious of trading, so I switch to the MES or the NQ and the MNQ and trade one contract of each because those are smaller value. So that's how my strategy is. Once I make my day profit of 350, then I switch to MES or MNQ.
So you're addicted too, just like me, huh? You gotta get in the trade.
That's my strategy, but that's
Yeah.
only my personal strategy. You have to have your own strategy, okay, Jay and Troy? That's just my strategy.
Make sure to close your eyes.
Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm talking about. Hot 4 hours. You could, rồi cái chia của đéo, yeah. Look at the 4 hours, look for the trend on the 4 hours, and trade on the 5 minutes. That to me, that's just so much detail in there that's not there. But see, explaining like you do, yeah, okay, I understand why you see the trend and you're going.
You see it. You do
Yeah.
see it, right? You
Yeah, I
see
mean-
that there. Right,
I mean, once you go into
here,
detail like
Okay,
this,
guys,
right?
I got a cloak from the.
Right,
item
Hải
shop.
Liên Huy cái yeah, to me, it just.
yeah,
I mean, it's pretty much like saying, oh, yeah, buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sell high, buy low. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so much detail. When is it high? When is it? When is it low? But
Yeah.
yeah, they could go detail. Yeah, I can see
Like, for
the
example,
trends that you're talking about.
yeah, it's very obvious. It's
Yeah.
very obvious that when it comes down here, it bounce back up. It come down and bounce back up. Come
No,
right here,
actually-
bounce back up. Same thing up here too. It seems like it's gonna go up there, come down,
Bro,
right?
gotta do me.
It looks. I mean, we could assume that, right? Or else it can go up here
Yeah,
and then
That's
break
what
up.
tells you so.
Yeah. So as a
I
trader,
think-
I just want 4 or 5 points and I'm done, and that's it for a prop
But
for my
I-
e-mini. So that's how I trade, Jay. So for me, scalping is good too if you are very fast and you if you're very fast.
I like scalping because I don't have patience like Jack, and so we just like to get in, get out, and be done in 30 minutes or an hour, and all done for the day. But I thought I used to be decent at scalping, but then lately it seemed like after my boy passed, and then it seemed like whatever I do, it doesn't produce results like before. So, but I mean, before that, I've been trying to switch to trend trading because I think it's a little less stressful than scalping. Scalping, right? If you get in and you got out, and if you obey the rule and even when you get caught, let it hit stop loss and but Jack and I have been having an issue with just holding when we're wrong, and sometimes keep adding until can't take it anymore, or until it blows the account. So, and it's stressful when we're holding and hoping. So I've been trying to get out of, and plus I'm not, like I said, I'm not able to scalp like before, so that's why I'm trying to move
How
away
about
from
this?
there.
Have you ever tried scalping with the trend? Like if,
Yeah,
if
well,
you
that is the that is the plan. The plan is to use sit scalper strategy and actually trend is actually
that will work.
scalping with the trend. But like just like earlier when I was telling you guys why I haven't been getting paid is because I lack the discipline and lack the patience to wait for the trend to show up and my scalp. So most of the times, I don't know about Jack, but for me, most of the time I just kind of wait until I see a move, then I sort of just get in and then get out within a candle or two. So it's really not
Wait,
with the trend most of the time, but with the trend, that is my
I
strategy
tried
to
to do
scalp,
something.
is to
Okay.
go with the trend,
Yeah.
because that's then I can hold
Give me a
if I
way,
trade.
okay?
The plan is if I scalp with the trend, then I can hold for at least
I
three
need those
1 minute
apples.
candle, and if that works, I mean that's quite a bit of money
Give me
already,
all of
so,
them.
especially if
I
trading in
just need
Q.
74.
So, but like I said, most of the time it's because I lack
Give me
discipline to
74.
and patience to wait for it to show up. So
Okay.
that's why I'm
Okay.
not producing
Yeah, I
though.
Hey
think
Jay.
scalping is good. I've seen people scalp and they make a lot of money, but
Yeah.
I also noticed that a lot of them, they I think
Yeah,
that
I only
most
have
of them do
60.
scalp with the trend. 我就 clear 读 viewers 啊, but they do scalp the trend so that way when it doesn't
Hey Jay. Can you hear
pull
me?
you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Sure, Jack.
Okay, just
I
checking.
really need. Oh,
Okay, we can hear you too. Welcome to. When it does pull back now, the thing about scalping now, Jay, is that when it does pull back, it kills your account. Crazy, like it usually blows your account.
No,
That's the thing. That's the thing I don't like scalping.
like for me, I scalp with the trend, but the problem is that if you're trading a minis,
Mm-hmm.
like within a minute and in queue, it could jump like 20 to 30 points. So even though you got the trend right, if you happen to hit a candle that just goes against the trend a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
that's already like 30 point times $20. That's already $600,
Yeah.
which is one contract. And
Yeah,
then
that's
of
why when I
course,
scalp, I don't like to let it pull back on me. Like those green candles. Let's say if those are 1 minute candle,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't want it to come back on me on a red candle at all. So
Mm.
that's why my rule for scalping is three candle. Because most of the time it's gonna form at least two or three candles, and then after that the probability of coming back down, pulling back is higher. So I try to close it before it comes back down. But then most of the time I don't follow my rules. So that's why
Okay.
when I do make money, it's because the moves are just in a way that I'm able to make money. But then
What
overall,
about
just can't
you,
keep the
though?
trade.
What makes you make money as a scalper that
uh,
you're
when
using
I
that can help Jay?
when I enter, I just pray. That's it because it happens so quick. Like my stop loss is only 5 to 10 points, and my profit target is only 10 points. So if you watch EQ, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, within 5 seconds, EQ probably can move like 10, 20 points. But if you get in on the right time before you can even do anything, it kicks you out already. That's that's why I was saying that even if you trade with the trend, if you're trading minis and your stop loss is not like huge, like 40, 50 points, you can still get stopped out within one candle, even though that one candle it may go down and then the next candle it goes up,
Mm-hmm.
but you've lost your money already.
I haven't traded the mini NQ. I've traded the micro
Bye.
NQ.
Yeah, if you do micro, you
With
can set your
silver.
stop loss for like 100 points,
Mm-hmm.
and the trend should work. You just gotta just hold.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jack, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Since we've been trading with NQ all this
I
time,
forgot.
do you notice a change in how NQ moves? I'm not talking about just after the rebalance, but you know how it's, to me it seems like when I started
I
out, it
didn't
seemed
get
like
anything, dude.
I can
And how did
when
you?
I when
How did
I when I
I
showed you
walk?
guys that Noyo traders move,
Arnold, where's the
and
right?
he adds big size to a candle right before it drops. So I sort of pick up that technique that for a while, and then it seemed like that's not working anymore because the move of the candle, it seemed like they just don't move like that anymore. So that's when I switched over to a different scalping method, and that seemed to work for a while. So for me, it seems like scalping, I have to keep switching methods because what I'm doing is not producing results anymore. So do you see that, or is it just the way I'm scalping and I'm seeing the changes?
Well, I can say that since maybe August,
Yeah.
that it's more volatile within the same candle. Like if you change the chart to like maybe the 1 second,
Yeah.
you will see that within 1 second,
1 second.
it yeah within 1 second, NQ can move up like $5 to $10, right? Well, as before that, my 5 point stop loss will work most of the time. But since August, if I don't change it to 10 points, even though the candle's green and it's going my way, I've already been stopped out. Just because you enter, it drops 6, 7 points, it goes back up, past your entry, and you would have been green, but then you're already out of the trade.
Yo, can you tell them that
Yeah.
you want me,
Uh,
or do you guys want
Well,
me to?
I was having more success when I have my stop loss at around 60 ticks, but ever since I
Yeah, it's okay.
got stingy and keep moving my stop loss down to 40 and then now 20, I haven't been finding success
Yeah,
in
but
scalping.
20 means that it's gonna hit quick. So
Yeah.
if you use
Uh, that's
20,
why that's why
Yeah.
that's why I don't trade the open, because 20 you can't trade the open with 20.
You,
20
Can
it's got to
can
be at
I
least 60 for the open.
can I ask you guys when you scalp and your SO is 20, what is your profit?
I try
At
to
least double that.
yeah, I try to
Always
double it.
double.
Sometimes it doesn't make it, and I just exit.
Okay, all right.
But
Now let me give you guys some statistics. Okay, assuming that there is a random walk issue, and you have the same probability of going either direction, do you think that you're gonna have the same probability of hitting 40 versus 20? Your chance of hitting your 20 is 2 times the same distance as hitting that 40 on your TP. So doing this, you should expect hitting your SL twice as often as your TP.
well, that's if you are talking about random movement of the
Yeah,
chart.
just randomly placing a trade. But
Yeah,
when you're
that's
scalping, you okay. Let's say you get in on the first candle. It's on a candle that's gonna move up. So you enter there, and
Hold on a
then
second. But
the
you guys
chance of
just said that
going
you
up is
don't
higher.
you don't look at the chart and you kind of just go in and pray. And so if you guys don't mind, can we look at how you look at the chart and see?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let you share your chart. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna stop sharing,
because
and
it
why
makes
don't you guys share
sense.
your chart? How
I
you guys
think
trade?
I think it would make sense if you actually believe that it's gonna go in that direction, and your probability of hitting that 40 is higher than hitting the 20. Then you already have a reason to enter the trade, right? So now we have to look at how you look at the chart.
Okay, go Jack. Since you're the big winner, I'm the loser. So plus I'm trying to get out of scalping. So Jack,
I was like,
you
I don't
disappeared.
have a chart. I don't have a chart to show. Let me
Just open Ninja Trader.
no.
Ninja Trader.
Let me
I see
load
the
my,
same thing as Troy too. Okay, I see
Just
the
do a demo.
the statistics of scalping is lower, and for me, to me, I'm more of a probability trader too. So if the lower the trade is for me to win, I tend to kind of like stay away from that.
No, if you're scalping, your win rate has to be a lot higher because you're only getting a few points. So anytime you take a loss, it may take you like 2 or 3 times just to get back that loss. But then the benefit of scalping that I can see is that you just have to predict how the next 10, 20, 30 seconds is gonna go. You don't have to worry about the next 5 minutes, the next 15, 30 minutes. All you need is just the next
Yeah, I think
15,
Jack
20
can only
seconds.
hold within a candle or two the most. If we hold longer than that, that's because we got caught.
If you hold longer than that, that means that you're about to die.
Show us your
Open.
chart, Tu. Show us your chart and tell us how you trade. So that way, Troy and I we can see how you guys do it with your scalping.
I'm trying to load things up, but really, I don't don't really mark anything on my charts.
Yeah,
Let me load up my.
scalpers don't use any don't use any too many of that. Just price action. It doesn't matter if the day is a red day
Yeah,
or
but
a green day.
yeah,
We
but
just kind of go with the trend. But
I'll load exactly what I usually use because I use like Bookmap plus the Ninja Trader charts.
Mhm.
So I'll load exactly like how I
Are
trade.
you laggy?
That'd be good. Hey, by the
yeah,
way, who's Tao? I don't recognize the name.
No, hold on. Let me
I don't know either.
hey Paul, what is your name on the group?
I know exactly what to do.
Oh, that's
Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Ah, all
Oh, I
right.
see. Okay.
Jimmy.
My Bookmap is almost ready.
Are you switching to the free book map?
No, I already paid for the one in the Thinkorswim, so I'm just gonna use that one because I don't want to change and have to relearn it and get get screwed over $50 a month.
I thought you said it's free.
Oh, no, I mean the one in Thinkorswim, you have to pay $50 a month, but
Well, that free
FTT
was there. Is there a limitation on the free one?
no, the one that FTT gives you, it's a full version. It's just that it's actually from like the Bookmaps web, the
Yeah, full
Bookmaps
version with the
website.
book map app, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it looks about the same. It's just that I don't want to take the chance.
Yeah, I think you can do more with the app, with the official app.
There's a lot of features, but I don't use them because it's
Yeah,
it's
you can
it's
use it
too
as
quick.
the support and resistance building
Yeah, I
up.
mean it happens too quick for you to try to if you trade like if you plan to hold a trade longer, then it's fine. You can look at it and try to figure out what's going to happen. But since I'm in and out quickly,
I'm about to
there's
do
really
now.
no need to look at anything else. Okay, it's coming up.
Who's Michael? Who is Michael? Meow, meow, meow.
Make
Oh, hello.
You haven't
Make
shared
sure.
your screen.
Wanna see Michael?